Good evening, it is Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car here, which is actually part of our own fleet at the moment. It is a 2018 182 registered Honda CRV 1.5 turbo lifestyle. So as we were saying, the car's actually been part of our fleet for demonstration purposes. The mileage is very low, but it's now time for us to sell the vehicle. And the good news is it's being sold at a discounted price. This is a crystal pearl red. What's nice in the crystal pearl red is they are super rare in this lifestyle model. So when the car came in first, this colour was available in this lifestyle trim, but there's only a couple of units that snuck through at the very start. It's no longer available in this spec. You have to go to the highest specs to get it now, whereas this is actually a lifestyle model with it. So I'm pretty sure if you look at any of the ones for sale in the country, I think this is the only crystal pearl red that's available in this specification at this price at the moment. So what we're going to do here in this video is we're going to look around some of the features which I think are really nice on these cars, and we're going to take it for a bit of a drive. And because it's starting to get dark outside, I'm going to start off with the lighting structure on the car. So the first thing is, as we move over here, we can see there is big long LEDs, which are the indicators. This down here is your daytime running lamp, which actually runs down in below the grille, and then these are LED dipped headlights and LED full headlights. The lights that run in the rear of the car similarly again are LED all the way around, and then up along here the indicator is similar, and just because I can't put my foot on the brake lamp, on the brake at the moment, if I had those brake lights would be LED also as well. LED lights I think just give the car a real nice upmarket look. One thing I really like in this car, because it's petrol, it has the dual exposed exhaust on the rear, which I think looks really smart. And this car is a 1.5 VTEC turbo. And that engine produces 170 horsepower. For me, that's the whole thing about this car. It's 170 horsepower. This is fun to drive. There's so many SUVs, and we sell them ourselves, that have been diesel. They're grand, they go up and down the road, but this is actually 170 horsepower. So when you put your foot down, something actually happens. I mean, I like driving SUVs, but unfortunately they are big and comfortable and they're high off the ground and all that kind of stuff, but they don't really give you much of an avenue for fun. This does, so we're just going to join the motorway here. We're starting off at 0, floor it, into second gear, into third gear, 100 kilometers an hour, we're going for 120. And that's it, 120 kilometers an hour. I mean, the power in that second gear, floor it, I could do that all day. Into third, I love driving this car because it's an SUV, it's high off the ground, it's comfortable, but it has a bit of power, and it's petrol. Petrol engines are sweet. So for anyone that is considering an SUV but they still want something that's going to be a bit of fun to drive, I definitely urge you to consider looking at this CRV. Small things, because I'm a complete child. I love when I put my foot down in the accelerator, you should see those little puffs of steam coming out from the exhaust. At 40 years of age, I think I would have kind of grown out of some of this stuff by now, but this is what I find I like in the car. I like something that's fun to drive. Even small things like seeing two exhausts on the rear of a car with steam coming out of the rear of them. When I put my foot down, I can hear a noise in the car and there's a bit of power in it. I really enjoy it, but I still, if I drive it, I look like I'm responsible and I'm driving something big and comfortable. So let's stay looking around the car. I've come into the workshop here just because it is so windy outside. This phone does not do well with wind. Anyway, the car at the back, let's have a look at the boot. So CRVs always traditionally had a really big boot. So if we open this up through here, the boot is nice and big. And then down under here, you will have a spare wheel. It's actually the only Honda that comes standard from the factory still with a spare wheel. One other thing I really like on the cars as well is there's two lights either side of the boot. I know it's only something small, but it actually makes a lot of sense because sometimes you've stuff piled up on one side and it blocks the light when there's only one light. Again, more little storage compartments in through here, and then over here 12 volt outlet in through there, and if we want we can then drop the seat forward. So by using the lever, it actually drops down by itself. And when you've done it on both sides, you have a serious amount of room in the back of the car. It's really comparable to a small light commercial vehicle. One other thing that's been carried over from the previous model is, and actually it's kind of improved if anything, the angle that these doors open at is really mighty altogether. So when you actually have the seat up, on either side it makes it so easy. So say for example if you had like a child seat here, to reach around because these doors are so wide, so even trying to access or put something into the back of the car, these open a lot wider than any other car in this class, so it just makes access much easier. The doors themselves are covered with a wood veneer up through here, there is a brushed aluminium section down through there. There's piano black over here, tweeter here, and speaker in down through there. And then obviously these doors have child locks as well as having window locks in through there as well. And all these doors always have steel bars for side impact protection. I love the material on this new model CRV on the seating. So 3 head restraints, there is 3 3-point safety belts, and the material on the seats, the way it's contoured along there, it just gives it a nice upmarket look. There is another armrest in through the centre as well as the front, but this one here also has 2 drinks holders in through the centre, which we can retract out of the way then after that. And in terms of space in the back of the car, when I sit into it, this is the amount of headroom I have, which is loads. That is how I'd actually sit in the car, and if you look at how I'm sitting in the car, that is how much legroom I have there, so it's quite good. Over my head here we have LED lighting, and then in down through here in the back I have USB connector 1 and USB connector 2, and I also have heating ventilation for myself and the other rear occupant. There is also storage over here and storage in through there as well. So when you sit into the car, this is exactly what you see in front of you. You've got your steering wheel and you've got your binnacle in through here with all the instrumentation. Over here, first of all, we have cruise control. So if I turn that on, we can see the little green lights that light up along here. The first one is going to be I can set my cruise, and then secondly I can say stay 3, 2, 1, or whichever number of car lengths you want to stay behind the car in front. The second thing I can do using that there is I can have, as we talked about, there's a lane change warning, but this one here is actually an assist. So once I put the assist on, then the car will try and find white lines, and once it does, they'll light up, and it'll actively try and keep the steering wheel straight to keep you in between those lines. So that is basically cruise control in there, so you can take your foot off the pedal and maintain your speed. It's radar guided, and you also have the lane keep assist and also a speed limiter. And what the speed limiter does on this one is it limits your speed, obviously, but actually you can relate it to this little light in through here, which lights up to tell you you're in a 60, 80 or 100 km/h zone. It actually physically reads the speed signs as you drive past them. And what it's doing then is you can set a limiter to say, right, when I come into a 60 km/h zone, alert me, which it does, and it'll keep alerting you until you slow down to the appropriate speed. Over here you have automatic wipers in through there, and the headlights we talked about being automatic, but the other thing as well is when you meet traffic they actually dip as well, which is dead handy. Again, looking at the view that we have in through here, we have over here volume controls for radio and USB and all that kind of stuff. We have Bluetooth in down through here, and then this information button is going to change information up here, so things like average fuel consumption, how long the car's been running, navigation information, speed sign recognition, coffee break, as in, you know, take a rest. What the car actually does is it monitors your movements and inputs, and if it doesn't feel that you're doing the right thing, it detects it as you being a bit tired, and it'll warn you basically to pull over. So dead handy. And one other thing is going to say to do with safety as well, you have, and I'm just going to close this here for a sec, we have an SOS kind of setup in through the car. So that means if you have an impact in this car, it is going to send a message to a control center who will call you direct to see if you are in bother, do you need some help. So that is dead handy. Other safety features, obviously we've airbags on the front, and there's ones that are up high, and there's side and side in the seats, and the doors have steel bars for side impact protection, and we have the lane keep assist, and we have anti-lock brakes, emergency brake distribution. It's one of the safest cars. If you want a video on the sensing pack that's on this car, I'll send it to you, no problem. 0868431945, call, text or WhatsApp, I can send. Again, back to sitting in the car. When we look over here to the left, this is exactly what we see in terms of radio, and this is where our gear stick is, nice and accessible and high up. In through the centre, there's an armrest that moves backwards and forwards. We have some storage here. We can pull this out of the way, and that then reveals our little light in through here. It's kind of difficult to see at the moment, but we do have, it's too dark in through there right now, so we've got things like HDMI, we have USB 1, USB 2 and another power outlet in through there. These are drinks holders in through here, and then a little bit more storage with yet another power outlet in through there. This is your handbrake to engage or disengage. You also have brake hold, which stops you rolling backwards on a hill. You got an economy function, which reduces how aggressive the air conditioner and also how aggressive the cruise control and throttle response is. Auto stop start at a traffic light, where the car will stop running if it feels that when you're taking over there's no need for the engine to be running and wasting fuel. We have climate control, so your passenger has their temperature, and it's a nice kind of tactile feel that's on it, easy to use. The driver has an independent temperature on their side. We have front and rear windscreen demisters, on or off, and then air recirculation, and then climate in through here is going to come up using that, where you touch and swipe to use the various functions on it. I'm just going to close the door to stop the lights from shining down on top of it. Air conditioning on or off, and mode of where you want the air to blow. While we're up on the Honda Connect screen, there is parking sensors front and rear on the car, as we talked about already. So if I drive up to this door here, we are going to get some noise when I turn on the parking sensors. There we go. So it's telling us in through here that we got a problem, and it's telling us over here that we got a problem as well. Similarly then, if I go for reverse, I've got a couple of options on it here, but what I can also do in the camera now is this little line here. If I press that, it comes out, and now it tells me if I've got problems. Oops. We're going to go backwards for this one. So the reverse camera, as you can see, the lines are intelligent. They're telling me what my trajectory is, and as we back up to this Honda Civic that's belonging to someone that I don't want to crash into because she's picking it up on Monday, so it's telling me where I've got a problem over here, and then I've got a camera, and it's also, I can change that into different kind of settings overall as well, so that handy. After that then we have these buttons here, or I can go into home and I can hit this guy here, and this is our Garmin navigation, but just from the start off screen. Now sorry, I know some of this is boring, but the detail can be useful if you're actually looking to buy this car. So audio is in through here, navigation's in through here, smartphone connection, which is Apple CarPlay or Android also, so you can so you can actually have Garmin Maps or you can have Google Maps. Trip information, and then after there more apps in through there, so phone, navigation, audio, and all your smartphone stuff in through there as well, so it's all touch and swipe and quite easy to use. Up through here then, this is a camera, sorry, this is a rear view mirror that darkens itself at night time when someone drives up behind you, and there's also another one up through there as well, so that's basically to see who's behind you, and that's to see what's going on in the seat behind you. So that is pretty much most of that car. You can see the reasons I like this car. The whole idea for me of this car is basically that it is an SUV. It's big, it's comfortable, it looks expensive, but it's actually still fun to drive. It's got a snorty petrol engine that when you put your foot down it makes a noise, and there's good response out of it. So it's kind of the best of both really overall. And what's nice about these is they're not absolutely everywhere. There's something that's a bit different. Anyway, if you want information on this car, 086 843 1945. Brian is my name, Fitzpatrick's Garage, Kildare Town. We can take any trade-in that you have, no problem. Just give me a shout, I can give you an estimate over the phone. We deal with people all over the country. We can finance a car like this for you, no problem whatsoever. There's a warranty on this car then until the middle of 2021 as well. And we are a family-run business in operation for almost 70 years with brands like Hyundai, Mercedes, Toyota, Lexus, and obviously Honda here as well. Anyway, if the video has been useful, thank you for taking time to watch. If there's any information that I've missed out on or something that you'd specifically like to know, just give me a call, text, WhatsApp 086 843 1945, and I'll be quite happy to show you anything that needs to be done. And thank you for taking time to watch.